and then the tears started coming. There was no breaking. You know when it feels like somebody had just pierced a hot knife on your heart, on your chest. I was heartbroken. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Mariam. I'm an international student living in Moncton, New Brunswick with my family. I make videos about studying Canada, lifestyle videos, vlogs, and everything in between. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back to this channel, for encouraging me, for engaging on my videos and on the channel. Thank you so much. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing like the tough realities of being an international student in Canada. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm just sharing my experiences so far, my reality, my current reality, my experiences so far as an international student as it pertains to work. And this is just my experience. I'm sure it might be different for other people, but I'm just going to be sharing my experiences so far. I just want people that are coming behind me, those who are preparing to land in Canada soon as international students, to sort of learn from my video and also prepare their minds like before you come to Canada. So today's gist is hot, right? So I'm just going to be gisting you guys. I arrived in Canada I arrived in Canada in April of 2023 for the spring session. Prior to that time, the immigration minister had approved full-time working hours for international students far back as at October 2022. So I was one of the people that got that approval because I received my visa before October 7, 2022. And so I could work full-time hours. So I arrived in May with high expectations of being able to get a 40-hour work schedule. We arrived in April. By the end of April, I started applying for work, and then in the first week of May, we had about a recruitment exercise that was going on very close to where I live, and we decided to take our resumes there, printed our resumes, and then we were interviewed on the spot. It was a retail store, so my first role, I actually got a job on that day. After that interview, I was called up the next day that offered me a job. It was very exciting. I'll put clips of when I was working that job. So I got that job, but it was a part-time role, like a really, really part-time role. I got the job. It was exciting at first because it's something I haven't done before. It involved a lot of standing. Like the work culture here is really different. Like when you work in retail stores, you have to stand. I've never done that kind of work before in my life. Like the first day I went to that job and I came back, I couldn't stand up the next day. I stood for I think 4 to 5 hours. Of course there are breaks, like 30 minutes break, but I've never in my life back home worked in the retail store. I'm sure you see me in the video working. It was fun, like while the job lasted. It was fun being able to interact with people daily. At least it gave me my first Canadian work experience. I was a store associate. But after a while, I couldn't continue with the job again for health reasons. I couldn't go on with that job standing and all that. So I started intensifying efforts to get like corporate roles or roles where I can actually sit down, right? Okay. So I started applying for work. I did that job for like 3 months, but the hours were very inconsistent. When I tell you, it was really, really inconsistent. Um, Sometimes they'll give you 4 hours in a week, like, and it was minimum wage job. Most retail jobs are like minimum wage jobs. What are you going to do with a $50 job in a week, right? So most times I even forgot that I had a job. I would go for 4 hours in one week, and then they'll give you another shift the next week. You'll be home wondering, am I working or what's all this drama? Where are all the jobs that they said were in Canada? Those people that arrived in 2016, 2017, even up to 2020, there are jobs in Canada. Canada is looking for people to fill up shortages, workplace shortages. They're looking for people to work, looking for foreign workers. We are here, we are at the jobs. Like, what's going on? I was just asking those kind of questions. What's happening? But things have changed. The realities of 2020, 2020, 2019, even 2021 is not the same as at now. The recession that is going on in different parts of the world is also affecting Canada. So currently, there are more people looking for jobs than the jobs available on ground. That there's so many videos, people who have talked about this, like the joblessness is on another level currently in Canada. So I did that job for 3 months, but I was uncomfortable. That wasn't like a really it wasn't like something I would say I was working, because sometimes I think the highest shift I did was like 12 hours in a week, and I had up to 40 hours or more to work, right? I had all the time to work, but there were no jobs coming. So I just started intensifying applications. I kept applying for other roles just to get full or work jobs that will offer me full-time hours. I kept wondering, where are all the jobs that they said was in Canada? Where are all the jobs that they keep saying in you see on the news that there are jobs, Canada has labor shortages, they're looking for people to come and work. We are here. Where are the jobs? What's happening? Why are the jobs not coming? You know, why are we getting all these really part-time jobs? Why are they not employing us and all that? So I just started intensifying efforts to get a new job, right? So in August, I got a full-time job that allowed me to sit down. I got a client support, technical support role for an IT company. It was a good one. Like, I loved it. So minimum wage in Canada minimum wage in Moncton is $14 now. So I was working the retail job for $14.75, and they were giving me really, really low hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. The highest hours I've done in a week was 12 hours. I did that job between May and August, and then in August I got another job, but it was a contract role. But at least I was able to sit down. I was sitting down. I wasn't standing. This was something I was used to, like the proper corporate role, which was fun. It was nice. Like, I was really happy to get that job. I was so excited to get a job that allowed me to sit, right? So I did this job. It was a 3 month role. So it was a project that needed like people to come and set up some stuff at that time to just help clear certain backlogs. And then I was recruited, and then the way I got the job was just God. Like, between the interview and when they gave me the offer, it was just about 4 days, and I started the role in middle of August. But the only bad thing about the job was that it was contract. They couldn't renew the job. So I did that job between August to November. But at least I sat down. The experience was good. It was a good company, one of Canada's top 100 employers. It was good. I'm grateful for that role. So end of November, the job ended, and they told us they were not going to extend the contract anymore, which was okay because we knew that we had signed like a 3 month contract. I had signed a 3 month contract at that time. Yes, and then the contract came to an end. We were paid off. Yeah, and then since November till this moment, and I'm recording this video, I've been out of job. So basically, technically, you can say that I've only worked 3 months since I came to Canada. I've only worked full time for 3 months since I came to Canada, right? The course I'm doing is a 2 year course. So that means because it's a 2 year course, we have one semester off as scheduled break. So currently I'm on scheduled break. Started in January to end in April. I don't have a job. I've been jobless in Canada. Where are all the jobs? Where are all the jobs that they said are vacant in Canada? They've been saying labor shortages. Canada is looking for so number of foreign workers. I'm a foreign worker. I'm an international student. Give me work. I can work. Like, you apply for jobs, you see jobs that you can do, jobs that you even have more experience for. You have like lots and lots of experiences, of years of experience that you can do this job, but they will not take you because you know what? You're an international student. Your permit has restrictions. Like, it's so painful. I can't count the number of jobs I've applied for, right? The rejections, we'll talk about the rejections. You apply for a job with high hopes and then you get these rejections and you're like, what's this drama? What's going on? This is the reality of myself and a lot of people that I know, a lot of international students schooling here. I don't know about, maybe it's different in other provinces, but currently in Moncton, even the Canadians are looking for jobs. People who even came in as PRs are also looking for jobs. Like, there are more people now looking for jobs than the jobs available. It's been mentally draining to be out of job for 3 months. I won't even lie. Like, so in January, so that job ended in November, right? I wanted to take December to just breathe a bit. I haven't rested since April, since we came. Schoolwork was intense. During the time I was doing the full-time work, it was a lot. I had a lot of schoolwork, then the full-time work, which was good. It was all right. I was able to balance it, but I wanted to take December when I didn't have a job in December, I was like, okay, it's even the holiday season, let me just rest and everything. But even in that rest, I was still applying for roles, hoping to start in January so that if I get a job in December, I will start in January. I applied for so many roles. I did lots of interviews. Some of them looked promising. Like I spoke a lot to a lot of recruiters in December, and then most of them just went quiet because it was the holidays. And then January, the rejection letters started to pouring. We are sorry, unfortunately, we couldn't take you at this time. We went with another candidate. You are this, you are that. Like talking about it. So yes, so that's the reality. That's the current reality. I know even people who came in as PR for the past 2 3 months that arrived in December that haven't gotten jobs. Like even the retail jobs. Okay, so I even started applying for the retail jobs again to even find 20-hour jobs, to find part-time roles, but I haven't found any. I'm just telling you my reality now. Like it is tough. The job market is tough for international students. It is really, really tough. This is the current reality. And with the policies changing so frequently, most employers do not want to get into trouble with government. So they just prefer not to hire international students for certain roles, because there are certain roles that I've applied for that I feel like I was qualified for. But I just applied just so I can get a job and just keep myself busy and all that, just to pay the bills, get some money in and all. So in December, so in January 2024, started a fresh year. Applied for this role. Spoke to a recruiter, reached out to me after I applied. I think 2 days later after I applied for it was a customer service role. The interview went well. The first interview went well. Asked all the questions. I checked all the boxes, and it was like, okay, I'm going to schedule you with an interview. So there are usually like 2 or 3 stages of interview here in Canada. First of all, a recruiter will reach out to you when they like your profile, and you check all the boxes for the role that you've applied for. And then after that stage, you get to meet with the hiring managers, right? So I did that. That was in January 2024. I spoke to the recruiter in on a Friday, and he scheduled me for an interview with the hiring managers the next Monday. Guys, I prepared for that interview. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. because the email he sent me said it was going to be like behavioral questions. That was the next stage of the interview. So they'll ask you situational questions. What was the situation? What was the task? What was the action? And what was the result? So I prepared. I needed to get my stories right, like just give straight to the point answers that would be compelling and all that. So I prepared, and I really wanted the role because it was full time, and my scheduled break has started. I started in January for 4 months, so at least I'll have a full time job during this my break. I prepared for that interview. I really wanted the role, and also. Yeah. On the Monday, the interview went well. I spoke to two lovely ladies. We were all smiles. Most of my questions and my responses went well. It was smooth. We had like a chat. I asked them my questions. And you know, when you will get a job that you will get, you will know. And I knew that I overperformed in that interview. I knew that I delivered, like I did well in that interview. They were really pleased. I asked them my questions. So one of the questions I asked them, they had to like, okay, they want to check on the system and give me an answer. So I came prepared for the interview, even with questions, right? And they were impressed. Oh, awesome, nice. Oh, thank you so much. We'll hear from us soon. That was on Monday. By Wednesday, the recruiter called me back and it's like, we're offering you the role. This is the amount. It's a full-time role. It's hybrid, which is what I liked. You'll go to work 2 times a day, especially during the time of your training. So most jobs in Canada, they will train you when you are employed for certain levels, especially entry-level roles, which are what most students can apply for, right? I needed to go to work like 2 or 3 times a day. Are you okay with this offer? Do you like? I'm like, why won't I be okay? I know people get work before, so what am I doing, right? I said, yes, I'm okay with it. He's like, I'm going to send you the offer soon and you can accept it and then we can go to the next step. 2 hours later, he sends me the offer. My resumption date, I was supposed to resume in February, which was cool. That was like 2 weeks later after the offer. I accepted the offer. And then the next stage was to submit my permits, my work permits, my documents, my other things like the part of the recruitment process. Okay, so I'd accepted the offer. I knew I was going to resume in February. And then I sent my documents, and then they sent me an email that if you're currently working, do not resign from your job. We have to review your documents, and that's the next stage. Another department, another person in the recruitment process was going to review my documents and see if I qualify to start and resume. This was after I had accepted the offer. I had seen how much I was going to be earning. I had seen where the office address is. I knew the date I was going to resume in my mind. So I sent everything, waited for 3 days, and then I got an email back again, and they're like, we see that you're a student. Are you allowed to work full-time hours? Can you send us other documents? And then I responded, yes, I'm allowed to work full-time hours. I'm currently on scheduled break, and I can work to full-time hours till April 30 based on the our immigration minister's announcement. We'll get new updates soon. But I also need to do like a co-op because my course, I qualify for a co-op in my course. I need to do co-op the last semester of my course towards the end of the year. And I can actually do my co-op in this course. This is a full-time role. And they said, okay, we'll get back to you. We need to do some further checks. We need to do some further reviews. It took about over 1 week. And I just kept praying during that time, like, God, if this is for me, I really need this job. I need this job. Let it just, let them make a way for me. Let them make exceptions for me. So it was a lot of back and forth. And I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And then one of those days, I got a call from the company because I recognized the number that the recruiter always used to call me with. He called me and he's like, we've done our reviews. This is a full-time role. I'm sorry, our company does not recruit students. Guys, I'm trying not to cry. Oh my God. Oh my God. I couldn't say anything. I just said, okay, thank you for calling. That's all I could say. And then the tears started coming. There was nobody at home at that time. My husband had gone to work. The kids had gone to school. I was home alone. I just started crying. I'm like, God, I thought I had passed all this. I thought I had taken a break from this applying for work and attending interviews and talking and talking and trying to prove yourself. It was painful. It was heartbreaking. You know when it feels like somebody had just pierced a hot knife on your heart, on your chest. I was heartbroken. It was painful because I prepared for this. I prepared for this interview. I was happy that I was going to pause from applying for work for a while and just do this one in the meantime, because applying for work is actually a full-time work on its own. It's mentally draining, right? And then at the brink of success, when it felt like I had gone through this stage, my heart was broken by this company. Ah, God. And then to top it all, as if that was not enough, as if that was not enough, my boys fell sick the same week. So I'll be crying because I've lost this job, and then they were so sick at the start of the winter. They were like temperatures that was reaching 39 degrees. There was fevers, cough, cold. So everything just combined together. I broke down. I'm like, God, what is this? The year is just starting. Like, I thought this year is my year of exceeding abundantly. What's going on? This is not how. This is not the starter pack I expected. Like when I got that job in the beginning of the year, I'm like, the year is starting off. But how did we go from getting the job and being jobless again and my kids falling sick? It was tough. January was tough. But I mean, in the midst of that, despite that, I still try to show up on YouTube because I see that when I do YouTube videos, I'm excited. It just takes my mind off what I'm going through. But that was painful. Like talking about it now, the anxiety and the pain is just like I'm reliving the experience. I'm just sharing my reality. Like when you see me on Instagram taking pictures and doing videos, and we'll just put up makeup, rub lipstick, and just move on. We move like the thing. I will give up and I lose. You can't give up on this journey, but you just keep applying. But I took a break, right? When that happened, I took a break. I just tried to focus on the kids, focus on myself, on my mental health. I took a break from applying. I couldn't even apply for jobs. When I opened Indeed, I'll just shut it down. Like I didn't even know where to start from again. I took like almost 2 weeks break from applying for jobs after that serious heartbreak I suffered. Omo, I don't see shaking for this Canada. But this is the reality. Like there are more people than there are jobs available. This is the reality. The rejections are a lot. Like even yesterday I still got another rejection. I'm like, I've edited my resume over and over again. I don't even know what to do anymore. But I know that at the right time, that God will bring the one that is mine. And I'm going to come here and tell you guys when it happens. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to give up. But if you're coming to Canada this year as a student, please be prepared with enough funds. Come with funds that will last you a while. You see that proof of funds that RRC ask you to prove when you're applying. It's not because they want to they just want to ask. It's because you actually need the money. You need to have money for at least 6 months to 1 year for rent, for food. Recession is everywhere. Canada, the standard of living in Canada is very high. If you don't have money, you'll be constantly under pressure. You'll be under pressure, and as much as possible, try to pay a good amount of your fees before you arrive, so that even if you don't get a job in the first 2 3 months, at least you're okay, right? So guys, this has been my experience so far. It's been interesting. It's been a learning curve. I know things will get better. It always gets better. That I do not doubt. It always get better. And when I get my job soon, I'm gonna come here and update you guys. And it's gonna be. I've seen shaggy promise in this country that we came to, but we are here. We are going to thrive. We'll eat the good of the land. That's what the Lord said. We will eat the good of the land, and it only gets better. Thank you guys so much for listening to this vulnerable video. Guys, yes, that has been my story as regards job and working in Canada. But in all of this, I really choose to focus on gratitude, really, because it's easy to continuously focus on everything that is not working and then ignore other parts of your life that are working. So I choose to focus on gratitude and keep going. That's the only way to just make it in this country. Otherwise, just keep getting sucked into a lot of negativity. But yes, I know that things are going to turn around soon. I'm going to get the job that I desire, and I'm going to come here to tell you guys. So for now, it's just to continue searching, keep applying, attending the interviews, seeking for referrals. Referrals are a big deal here. Like, I'm constantly looking for people who work in certain organizations that I've applied to sort of get reference from them and all that. So for now, it's only YouTube that I'm doing. So you see the reason why you guys have to watch my videos, so that I'll reach my watch time hours. I did 4,000 watch time hours to be able to become a YouTube partner and begin to earn something small from YouTube. So share this video, leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? This is a good time to subscribe. Encourage me, help this channel to grow. And yes, I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye.